Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I have another variety of legal THC edibles. These are THC plus CBD lime shooters and gummies made by a brand called Hemparita out of Colorado. And these are 2018 Farm Bill compliant, meaning they're made using federally legal hemp and contain less than 0.3% THC by weight. That means they're legal in all 50 states, despite the fact that each bottle contains a nice blend of 5 milligrams of THC, along with a balanced 5 milligrams of CBD. And by THC, I do mean natural delta-9 THC, just like you would get from a state with legal marijuana. It's not the new delta-8 or anything, so if you live in a state that's banned delta-8, you can still buy these. It's essentially like a full spectrum hemp product, just with a higher THC ratio than a typical CBD product like this would have. For the shooters, the recommended dose is half a bottle, so that would only be 2.5 milligrams of THC, which is a pretty small dose. But if you're not sure how much you should take, that's a good starting point. With my tolerance, 5 milligrams is a good microdose where it actually helps with anxiety and feels more like a mental stimulant. 10 milligrams is when it starts to feel like a high, and 15 milligrams is when it can be a bit much, especially on an empty stomach. So for me, 1 or 2 bottles should be perfect. But everyone's tolerance is different, so start with a small dose and figure out what's comfortable for you before diving in all the way. And for the gummies, they contain 22 milligrams of CBD with only 2.5 milligrams of THC per piece. So they have much more CBD, and sometimes that's preferable, especially in the evening before bed. I like a higher CBD ratio because it feels more physically relaxing. Their recommended dose for the gummies is 1 piece up to 4 times a day. Again, that's a good starting dose, but I'd probably take 2 to 4. If you're not sure, just start with 1 and see how that affects you first. I'm gonna go ahead and start with one of the shooters. So again, this is 5 milligrams of THC and 5 milligrams of CBD. For me, that should be enough to feel it without getting too stoned or anything. And yeah, cheers. First off, the taste is pretty good. I was expecting it to be sweet and syrupy like a lot of shooters tend to be, but there's actually a good amount of tartness. You do get some of that bitter cannabis extract taste, but it blends in with the lime flavor really nicely. After about 45 minutes, the effects are kicking in, and yeah, this stuff feels great. At this dose, it's more stimulating and uplifting than anything. I'm getting those sativa-like, creative, cerebral effects. There's no anxiety or paranoia or anything, probably because of the dose and the CBD being there to balance it out. All in all, I think this would be perfect for social events as a replacement for alcohol and subtle mood booster, or even just a midday mental stimulant. If I took 2 of them, the effects would probably get a bit more stony and relaxing, but before bed, that should be perfect. Now let's try the gummies. And for the record, this is a day later, so the shooter has completely worn off and I'm starting without any other cannabinoids in my system. So I'll try one of the lime gummies. Pretty good, similar taste to the shooter, but a bit sweeter. And strawberry. Okay, that one's really good. It has a nice tart strawberry taste. And mango. Not bad at all. The mango seems like the most subtle flavor of these 3 though. I definitely like the strawberry the most. Combined, those 3 gummies are about 66 milligrams of CBD and 7.5 milligrams of THC. And this time it feels much more physically relaxing due to the higher CBD ratio. This is the kind of effect I usually save for the end of the day to unwind a bit. It's not too sleepy or anything, so you could take it during the day without it knocking you out, but for me, it's so comfy that I'd rather just wait until I can chill out and enjoy it. Of the 2 products, I think I like the shooters the most, just because it's a great daytime dose, and I love the idea of having a non-alcoholic beverage like this. You could really lean into that and mix it into some club soda or tonic water and make some awesome cannabis mocktails, or even toss it in some actual margarita mix. The gummies are still pretty good, and depending on your tolerance, you can use the gummies to fine-tune your dose a bit easier than the shooters. I also think taking one of the shooters and one of the gummies together would probably be a really nice balanced effect. As far as price goes, all 4 of these shooters and the 15-pack of gummies cost about $40 as part of a combo pack, and that's not bad at all, considering it's hard to even find normal CBD gummies for less than that, let alone with this much THC in them. They're also offering free samples right now, so if you're curious, you should definitely check that out. I put some links in the description. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those below. And if you enjoy this kind of review, don't forget to like and subscribe because that lets me know to keep making them. But for now, stay chill, and I will see you next time.